Hello, everyone! Welcome to Ollie's Top 10!
All right, get ready for this. Today, we're diving into 10 animal facts that are so wild, you'll have a hard time believing they're even real. We're talking creatures older than trees, giants that can't jump, and birds that will literally remember your face for years. Let's get right into it. And this little guy, this is our guide, Ollie. He's dug up some of his all-time favorite, most bizarre facts for us, because if there's one thing we both absolutely love, it's a good animal story. So here's the deal. We've got 10 of the most surprising facts from the animal world lined up for you. We'll be covering everything from just plain weird biology to incredible hidden talents and even some seriously complex social smarts. So let's not waste any more time. Okay, first up, we're talking about bodies. But forget what you learned in high school biology. We're looking at the truly strange and wonderful ways some animals are put together. I'm going to start with just a number. 3. Any guesses? What in the animal kingdom comes in a set of 3? Well, it's the number of hearts beating inside an octopus. Yup, you heard that right, 3 hearts. 2 of them have one job, pumping blood through the gills. The third, bigger heart, takes care of circulating blood to the rest of the body. But here's the really wild part. That main heart actually stops beating when the octopus swims. That's why I'll often see them kind of crawling along the ocean floor. Swimming is just too exhausting. It's an incredible trade-off for a creature that's also smart enough to solve puzzles. Okay, so from deep inside an animal, let's zoom way, way out to deep time. You know, we think of trees and forests as ancient, right? Well, sharks are way older. They'd been around for more than 400 million years. That's about 50 million years before trees even showed up. They literally watched the dinosaurs come and go. Sharks are true survivors. All right, from the ocean's oldest survivors, let's move to the biggest on land. And this next fact sounds really simple, but when you think about it, it's pretty profound. Elephants are the only mammal on the entire planet that cannot jump. And sure, their incredible weight is what keeps them on the ground, but what they lack in jumping ability, they more than make up for in emotional depth. I mean, elephants are one of the few animals that can recognize themselves in a mirror. They've been seen comforting each other when they're sad, and they even appear to mourn their dead. So while they can't physically leap, their emotional intelligence just soars. I think Ollie agrees. There's a special kind of strength in being gentle, and elephants are just the perfect example of that. Next up, we're moving on to astonishing abilities. We're talking about straight-up animal superpowers. You know, these incredible skills you would just never, ever guess these animals have. Okay, this next one sounds like it's completely made up. I promise you, it's not. Butterflies taste with their feet. So how on earth does that work? Well, their feet are covered in these little sensors, almost like taste buds. So when a butterfly lands on a plant, it's not just taking a break, it's actually doing a taste test to find out if that particular leaf is the right food for its caterpillars. If it gets the thumbs up, it knows it's found the perfect spot to lay its eggs. Now, from a delicate sense of taste to a totally unbelievable feat of endurance. Quick question, who do you think can hold their breath longer underwater? A dolphin or a sloth? The obvious answer is the dolphin, right? Well, you'd be wrong. A sloth can hold its breath for up to 40 minutes underwater. That's 4 times longer than a dolphin. They do it by slowing their heart rate way, way down. A pretty shocking skill for such a famously slow animal. When you picture a big cat, you probably hear a powerful roar in your head. Well, the cheetah flips that script completely. They can't roar at all. Instead, they chirp and they purr, a lot like a house cat. But don't let that cute sound fool you for a second. Because what they're missing in a roar, they more than make up for in pure speed. A cheetah can go from a standstill to over 100 kilometers per hour in just a matter of seconds, which makes it the fastest land animal on the planet. Who needs a roar when you've got that? Ha! I think Ollie knows a little something about that kind of speed. It's usually reserved for one thing and one thing only: the sound of the food bowl filling up. For our final section, we're going beyond just bodies and abilities, and we're diving into the mind. We're exploring creature intelligence, looking at complex societies, communication, and some truly amazing rituals. Get this, dolphins have names for each other. I'm being completely serious. Scientists have discovered they use unique, individual whistles to call out to specific members of their pod. So here's how it works. Pretty early in life, each dolphin develops its very own signature whistle. It's their name. And when another dolphin wants to get their attention, it just mimics that specific sound. It's an incredible social tool that helps these super loyal animals find each other and even help out pod members who are hurt. From a complex language of whistles, we move to a silent gesture of commitment. And this might be one of the most heartwarming things in all of nature. It's known as the penguin proposal. A male penguin will search an entire beach, looking for the absolute smoothest, most perfect pebble he can find. He then presents this little treasure to a female. If she accepts it, that's it, they're a couple. And that pebble becomes the very first stone of the nest they build together. Okay, so we just had something sweet and heartwarming. Now for something a little chilling. Crows have this uncanny ability to recognize and remember individual human faces. And they definitely don't forget how you've treated them. Researchers have found that if a crow sees you as a threat, it can remember your specific face for years. But it gets crazier. It will then teach the other crows in its flock that you are a danger. They'll basically pass your photo around. So a little word of advice, always be nice to crows. They are always watching and they never, ever forget. Ollie's gift-giving style is a little different. He's not much of a pebble guy. His treasure of choice is usually a slightly slobbery, mismatched sock. Hey, it's the thought that counts, right? And that's our top 10. From the strange biology of the deep sea to the complex social lives of birds, the animal kingdom is just so much more fascinating than we ever give it credit for. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other incredible secrets are still out there just waiting to be discovered?
Ollie says, hope you like the video. Thanks for listening.